Don't touch that dial now. We're just getting started.
Well, hello there. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're stopping by. We're going to talk about Porter Rock 77 because he had an actual video that I haven't got to watch yet, but I've seen clips of. But we're going to try to watch some of it because I don't want to spend 45 minutes on a video because it's going to be way too long. It's going to be blown out, and not enough people watch the channel anyways. But I do want to watch this. He has a video called Xbox and PC Fanboys Upset that PS5 plays more games than Series X. Okay. But anyways, we're going to watch that because I like to look at some of these PlayStation fanboys, and he is. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. He's a PlayStation fanboy. He's a console war guy. I still don't understand why we're doing this, but we're still doing it in 2025. But let me go ahead first and say this. If you're console warring in 2025 and you're upset why companies are moving to multi-platform strategies, you may need to change your content up just a little bit. Here's a dangerous thing about covering one thing and one thing specific, especially if it's about a brand that's going to probably do things you're not going to like. It's very dangerous. That's why I'm very open again when it comes to gaming, different platforms. I love every platform. I don't have allegiance, even though I talk a lot about Xboxes because a lot of people hate Xbox for some reason. I'm sure they got their fucking problems. I'm not going to deny that. They do. They really do. They flip-flop back and forth. They make some stupid fucking decisions, but I still like them, just like I like PlayStation, just like a Nintendo, even though each company is a corporation, that the only thing they really care about is sticking their hand up your ass to grab your wallet. Which begs the question, why is a wallet up your ass? Begs the other question, I pulled mine out. They won. They took my money. Anyways, we're going to watch a little bit of Porter Rock. And again, if you're doing console wars, the most people that are having problems with third-party, these companies becoming third-party publishers are the people that has a lot to lose when it comes to their brand identity. And when your brand identity is console wars, you have a lot to lose because, my God, that shit's over. Should have been over years ago. But let's go ahead and watch this. Let's take a look, see what we've got. So, again, it's called Xbox and PC Fanboys Upset the PS5 plays more games than Xbox Series X, which, who cares? Let's see what he says.
The video talking about, gaming, PlayStation, Xbox, all that stuff. So what you see on the screen is a chart, whatever, a description of competition.
You gotta love how fanboys on all sides love using charts, by the way. And this is called Eastwood, like I said, charts.
Between first party, created by none other than Colt Eastwood, and he's using.
Or if you're X-Vault, you say Colt eats wood or Cuck eats wood. It's the biggest self-reporting thing I could think of. When a guy that looks like a thumb calls somebody a cuck or eats wood. The biggest projection I can think of, and it's not even close.
An open critic. I just noticed that right now. Not Metacritic, but open critic. It doesn't really matter, right? And he was trying to compare the games released this gen between, funded games by Xbox first party versus funded games by, PlayStation.
And this video is going to be redundant, especially later on, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if more third-party games come from PlayStation to the Xbox platform. So we're hearing that Helldivers 2 possibly sold close to 1 million copies within its first 6 days on a platform that's both dead and nobody buys games on. Crazy thing, man, crazy thing, but this video may be redundant, so we might want to come back to this later on.
First party, right? And if you look at the list, there's even games on the list that launched first on PlayStation, like Deathloop, Ghostwire Tokyo. Those were actually like timed exclusives for PlayStation, stuff like that, right? And then he's including games like Modern Warfare, which at the time was, I think, not even under first party, but whatever.
But that doesn't matter anymore, actually. I know there's a lot of fighting over ABK transaction, which PlayStation begged and pleaded for Xbox not to do it, and now Xbox is full third party and making more money than ever, which is crazy to me. It's really wild, but they do own that, so it doesn't really fucking matter anymore because PlayStation does the same thing when it comes to their timed exclusives or getting studios to make it solely for them and just kind of gatekeep a little bit. This is not an Xbox exclusive, by the way, even though the Xbox really doesn't have many exclusives, but soon or later, all the platforms are not going to have much exclusives. But let's continue.
All right, he gets it. Pretty much everything owned by Xbox belongs to Xbox now, and then you have everything owned by PlayStation and stuff like that, right? So he looks at the quantity of games and then the aggregate score, and then he puts up, what's coming versus pretty much what's coming, right? So 4 games coming up for Xbox and 2 games coming up for PlayStation, right? And given at the time.
Which, by the way, Lost Soul Aside did come out. I haven't played it. I pre-ordered it. I thought I was going to refund it, but I didn't. Did read the story about the guy who created it, and I would have kind of felt bad if I would have, just refunded it. But I do plan on playing it. I just finished up Metal Gear Solid Delta last night using the PS5 Pro. It did have its problems, but I loved it. Loved every second of it, even though I had a lot of problems with performance, but it was pretty great nonetheless. But yeah, I plan on playing through Lost Soul Aside, and let's go and say it now. A lot of people that's bashing on Lost Soul Aside, they probably wasn't going to buy it or play it in the first place, and that's usually the case for most of the games. But am I going to give the excuse for them to release a game in that shape? No, fuck no, fuck no. Use your wallet, you spend the money the way you want to. If something's bad, you have every right to be like, no, I'm not going to purchase it. That's you. I'm just a fucking retard that buys everything. I'm the problem.
And this was before Lost Soul Aside launch, right? Okay. So I look at this list, right? And I'm thinking, given the environment that we're in today, like, what is the point of this discussion, right? Like, when we used to discuss first party games, it was because of the competition between the first party providers, right? Sega versus Nintendo versus PlayStation versus Xbox, and any combination of that, right? Each platform had their first party games which were exclusive to that platform, and
Yes, and he's right about that, because that used to be the thing for a very long time. Here's the thing, and I've said this many times. I used to be a part of the whole console war things all the way up until probably midpoint of the Xbox 360 PS3 era, and I never really cared about it since. There was a time where I was pro Xbox, anti PlayStation, or pro PlayStation, anti Nintendo. I was a fucking kid. I'm almost 40 now. That shit you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be. We shouldn't have these comparisons, but there's still people that they make a living, sort of, or have a community or brand based on console wars. That's what, whatever makes you happy, but that shit's been long gone to me for a very long time. Me hopping on X just last year, starting over, and noticing this shit's still going on, and hopping on NeoGAF and GameSpot System Wars. It's like, holy fuck, this shit's still going on? But it's not by kids, it's a bunch of fucking 40, 50, 60-year-old dudes? What the fuck is going on here? It's the most backward ass shit I can think of.
That's really the competition, right? Like, you look at, let's go back to PlayStation 2 versus now I'll do a more successful Gen 4 Xbox. We'll use 360, right?
And that was when the Xbox as a hardware brand was at their best. That was at their peak, even with the Red Ring of Death thing going on. I know for sure because I had several Red Rings of Death. So say what you want, Xbox 360 was pretty fucking peak. The PS3 at the beginning was a fucking mess. I kid you not. Kaz Hirai and Ken Kutaragi be damned. That was wild times. But after Xbox fumbled their Xbox One thing with the famous Don Matrick thing, and the best fucking comeback of PlayStation having Shuhei trade, here's how you trade a game. That was fucking amazing. That was great, but it's not funny anymore. It's fucking stupid. I figure most people grow out of that by now, but they're not.
360, a lot of people bought 360 over the PS3 because of Halo 3, Gears of War, right? Mass Effect, which at the time were timed exclusives, and some of them wasn't even Xbox first party titles, but you get the point. Versus
one thing you have to take in consideration too, game budgets were not hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. Just read an article that Chronos, the new Chronos, the New Dawn, I think it's what it's called, the new Bloober Team survival horror game was made for, I think, $29 million. And it looks fantastic. It's getting great reviews right now. Runs great for the most part, from what I'm hearing. I've got it installed on the Pro. Excited to play through it. But, we are seeing games that are coming out that are lower budgeted, AA games, or let's say fucking Silk Song just released and it broke the fucking internet. All the game stores, like every single thing like Steam, PlayStation, everything decided to fucking crash because everybody wanted to play that. But back then, game budgets weren't nearly as bad. Then you take a look at the economic climate of where it is today. Yes, you can sell all kinds of fucking hardware. PlayStation sold 80 million. There's no doubt about that. They got good hardware. Xbox hardware, I mean, I think the days of you seeing 30, 40, or 50 million consoles being sold, I think that's long gone at this point, because Xbox has moved into a more subscription-based, with some hardware, with handhelds and stuff like that, with the OEM stuff. So they're more of an ecosystem now, transitioning to more of a PC thing. And PlayStation, I think they're eventually going to follow suit. Take it with a large grain of salt, like maybe bigger than my planet-sized body, but I kind of see that happening. And I'm not just saying it because I'm mad because the Xbox thing. I'm just going to say, if I was an Xbox fanboy, I don't think I would have a PlayStation tattoo on me, or a PS5 Pro, or a Portal. I don't think Xbox fanboys buy that or get branded shit on their body, which says a whole lot of shit about me. Wild fucking thing.
Resistance and Uncharted and stuff like that, right? It wasn't until later towards the years when PlayStation started pushing, Demon's Souls, Uncharted 2, God of War 3, The Last of Us, Infamous, that the exclusives was given, a more of an edge. I even throw in Metal Gear Solid 4, which was a big hit, right? So that's really how the battle goes, but if you focus on the first party, it was these first party games versus those first party games, and the platform had those titles. Those first party games defined the platform, and that's where the competition is. But in today's environment, at least at this point right now, this is pointless, right? So because of that, I borrowed his image, and
it's gonna be interesting to see what he says here. I'm actually in huge anticipation. I cannot wait. I'm giddy right now.
Ask this question. For console gamers, and I put in quote, not PC, because PC gamers love jumping into the conversation, right? Especially when we're talking about, Xbox Series X, S versus the PlayStation 5. PC likes to throw themselves in there. They swear.
Well, to be fair, you guys like to throw PC. I'm pretty sure since the beginning of time, at least in my experience, the console players always included the PC guys. And it wasn't until I found out that the whole thing that, I think I had an argument with some guy today. It's like, well, most of the guys on PC only have 3060 cards. I'm like, well, that should just say that more people are buying games on different types of hardware, and they don't really care about how powerful it is. They just want to play games. And to be fair, on the Xbox, the PC, the PlayStation, probably on the Switch, you have big titles like Roblox, Fortnite, Minecraft, FIFA, Call of Duty Warzone, all these free fucking games that people are just accessing on different types of hardware. It's no longer the same situation as it was maybe 10 years ago. Right now, everybody's trying to get that live service gold. Let's say PlayStation, they went all in on live services, not doing very good, except for one title, which would be Helldivers 2, which is fucking fantastic, and I've bought it 3 times now. Bought it on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, and I fucking love it. But it's a totally different environment now than it was before, and the main people that's holding on to this are the ones that have the most to lose when it comes to their brand as a console war content creator. Is that right? Pretty sure. I stutter a lot. Fuck me.
they hate the console war, but they're the first ones to jump in when the conversation is not even including and involving.
Because you guys include PC guys, you guys constantly show up every fucking time. It doesn't matter. Steam charts. You base things off Steam charts. I've seen Gears of War, the latest Gears of War Reloaded, which was free to pretty much everyone on Xbox that had the original Gears, or if you had the Xbox Game Pass app or played Gears remotely. This wasn't aimed towards anybody except mainly PlayStation guys. Everybody else has already played that game. And most people got it for free, either be on Game Pass, the Xbox itself. But that's crazy to me. I'm glad it's seeing good. I think I've seen 1 million new players, which is fucking great. It's a great series. I miss it. Love it. We should go back to the roots. Hopefully EA fixes that, and hopefully it stays multi-platform. I would like to see PlayStation, PC, and Xbox maybe switch to all have it at the same fucking time. Then we can actually enjoy things. Be great. There won't be any arguments, but there will be. You know there will be.
But anyway, so I asked this simple question. I already know the answer, but just because I know the answer doesn't mean everybody knows the answer. Some people may not even have wondered or even thought about this. I guarantee there's some people who looked at this image and saw my question and they finally realized, like, oh, wait a minute. I never looked at it that way. Right? So anyway, the question I asked was for console gamers, not PC, which console plays the majority of all the games you see in this image? And what that is you look at every game here, right? And you look at every game here, right? And then for the console market, primarily, I mean, we already know Nintendo's out of the picture. So this is really between PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS, right? The series consoles. If you have one or the other console, which of those two consoles had access to most?
Spoiler alert. It's PlayStation 5. Of course it is. Most obviously is. Xbox is third party. They've been publishing on PlayStation. Not everything. Let's go ahead and take a look at this list. See what's actually on there. Gears of War Tactics, I don't think that's on PlayStation. Pretty sure. Flight Simulator's not. Halo's not. I don't know. I know most of these are on PlayStation. So he's got a point. Like, it is a good point to say, but a lot of these too are also available on things like the Xbox One and PS4. You take a look at their list here. God of War Ragnarok, Spider-Man Remastered. Let's see, those are on PS4. This one's on PS4. Death Stranding is also on PS4 and Xbox. Let's see, Horizon also on PS4. A lot of these are on PS4. A lot of these are just remakes, and it's right. 11 remakes / remasters. 8 remasters / remakes. It just goes to show that the fucking gaming industry does not have good ideas anymore. They're just remaking or remastering shit from back in the past and just repackaging them and making us buy them again, which is fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Really fucking crazy, which I don't see right here. Oh, these are 2025. So, I was going to say, is this 2026, 2025? I thought maybe it was the Intergalactic or some other bullshit. I don't know.
These games, right? So it really is the answer. The answer is PlayStation. It's obvious, right? But for some people, it's not that obvious. Some people never even bothered to think about that.
Because most people are not on Twitter. Most people do not spend all their time on fucking Twitter. You got to remember that the people on Twitter, they're not real people. The whole console war situation, the whole console war talk only happens on the internet, really. Or on the schoolyard. Most people don't give a damn. You take Joe Nobody on the street and said, hey, you want PS5, PS4? He picks up a PS5. Guess what he's probably going to play? He's probably going to play a free game like Fortnite, Roblox, or Warzone, FIFA. I don't know, is FIFA free now? I don't know. But he's not going to look at that list. He's not going to give a damn. The most casual people, which make up majority of the market, they're going to look at that list and they're not even going to give a fuck. They're not going to care. They're just going to pick a piece of hardware and play what they want. That's why a lot of these people, they hate the word options. When you say, hey, there's options, and they're like, why would you buy an Xbox? Why would you buy a PlayStation? Why would you buy a PC or a Switch? Options. It's a magical fucking word. It'll blow your mind if you just open it up to it. Like, yeah, options. People get to play games, more games everywhere. And I'm going to get this, I'm just going to say it straight. I hear the whole thing about, okay, if you put a game on one system, that means those developers can concentrate on that one system and optimize it just for that one system. But if they put it out everywhere, it's not going to be that great. And the thing is, here's the thing: have you ever asked, well, before they put it out, shouldn't they make sure it's great on all systems, anyways? Shouldn't you be asking more from your devs or your publishers to put out a good product that runs well on all systems instead of them just putting out a shit port that comes out like PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch? You should be asking more from the developer and the publisher to optimize the game to make it run good and look good on every single type of hardware. It should be the thing. You should be asking your developers, your publishers to do more when it comes to quality assurance. That's the one thing I'm just going to say. Shouldn't you want them to do better? So if they all go third party and you decide, hey, okay, I'm done with console wars, but we had a fine back then. Now you're getting all these shitty ports. But people are going to speak with their wallets and they're going to buy the game. Take a look in this case with Lost Soul aside. A lot of people bought the game. It's a broken mess. Apparently, I haven't played it yet. It's installed on my system. But you should be asking the publisher and developer to work harder at giving a better product and stop putting out broken bullshit. That's going to ultimately destroy the industry. It's already on fire. It's already on fucking fire. It's already on fire. But to push the third party and more people getting to play the games, that means more money goes to these publishers and these developers and they can make more games. But that does beg the question, instead of putting out broken ports and shitty versions of games on different systems, you should ask the developer and the publisher to make sure they optimize and make sure this game runs great on any console or piece of hardware possible. That's just me. That's how I see it. But then again, I don't make the rules.
Whatever reason, right? But you look at with the PS5, every game on the bottom, right? The PlayStation 5 games is all playable on PS5, obviously, and at the top, all the games on Xbox Series X and S are playable on Xbox Series X. That's easy. It's obvious, right? So now to find the answer, you got to ask, okay, how many games in the top can be played on PlayStation, and how many games on the bottom can be played on Xbox, right? And if you look at the bottom, the only games that PlayStation have that you can play on Xbox is MLB The Show. There's like 3 of them, right? Show 24, 23, Show 23, Show 24, Show 25. That's playable on Xbox. Helldivers is playable on Xbox. And Show 22, man, most of the games that's playable on Xbox is The Show. So pretty much MLB The Show, all of them. You got Helldivers from that list. Do I see anything else? I don't see anything else. Horizon, no. Firewall, Spider-Man. Horizon. Is Horizon only now for Xbox? Yeah.
He's missing a big one, by the way. Hopefully he catches it. I'll give you a hint. It features Norman Reedus.
I don't think so. I don't think that's been announced for Xbox. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
It's just MLB The Show and Helldivers.
Death Stranding 1 is also available on Xbox, by the way. It is. Just says it is. I don't know how you missed it, but you did. You did. And that's okay. That's okay. You're allowed to miss things. You're human.
So if you're on Xbox, that's literally the only thing you get out of this list. Now, who knows what's going to happen 2, 3, 4 years in the future with Sony, the way they're moving, right? Maybe more of these games will be ending up on Xbox. But as of right now, that's it. Oh, and Death Stranding. There you go, Death Stranding. Okay.
There you go. You got it. Yeah, that's my man. That's my man. That's my guy.
I'm sorry, Death Stranding. There you go. So Death Stranding, the MLB The Shows, and Helldivers.
And let's do the process of elimination of the games which we really don't give a damn about, most people. So this one for sure, Concord, which is dead. It's completely gone. It's erased from history. We can go ahead and put, let's see, what's the other one? Is this All Stars? Is this Foam Stars? I'm sure we can get rid of that one, that's for sure. Horizon Lego, which nobody bought, which you could probably say that for probably original Horizons too, but I did like the first one. We could throw that one out. See what else. Sackboy. Nobody bought Sackboy, which sucks. Which I wish Sackboy would come back. Here's my thing. I would love if Nintendo had, I don't know, offered PlayStation or somebody to allow them to port the original Little Big Planet games on the Switch, just because, or Switch, PlayStation X. I don't care. They have so many dead fucking franchises they could bring back and just do great with them. It was so fun back in the day. You had Mod Nation Racers and Little Big Planet, and now they've thrown away Sackboy like he was a piece of shit, replacing him with Astrobot, which is fine. This is fine. But yeah, a lot of these games though, like I said, most of them is remasters that you can get on the PlayStation 4 or PC. And his thing is, what console plays the most of these games? And he's right, the PS5 does, but you know, it doesn't really matter for still comparison. And I know Colt Eastwood likes the console war. Everybody wants to do this console war thing, which is fucking dumb to me. To me, it's fucking stupid, but people do it. Let's continue. Let's watch a little bit of this before I stretch this video out way too fucking long.
Pretty much it. That's all you get. Now, if you look at what can PlayStation play that's at the top, hell, some of these games were first on PlayStation. Like Deathloop. Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo, that was actually first on PlayStation before even Xbox, which is pretty hilarious, right? Psychonauts 2 is there now. Forza Horizon's there. Dust Falls, Grounded, right? Minecraft Legends is there. All the Call of Duties is there, obviously. I think the anthology, the Ages of Empire, they're coming to PlayStation, right? Indiana Jones is there. Tony Hawk, Gears of War Reloaded, Day One, better on Pro than their own console. Grounded 2 was Day One, also better on Pro than their own console. Hellblade.
I always love it when they say that, better on Pro. I've got the PlayStation 5 Pro. I like it, but I don't. Oh, it was better than your version. I don't really care. I mean, it's nice. Some of it's broken. I think PSSR is kind of dragging things a little bit down from what I could tell, especially after seeing things that was happening with Delta. Was that another game recently that was broken due to the PSSR? Something was. I don't remember, but I know there's been a lot of issues with PSSR. A lot of people's blaming that, but then again, like I said, I bought one. I didn't spend full price on it. I traded my digital version, and I had some games that I traded this other guy, sold it all, and bought the Pro for $125 from a dude. It was $325 total, so I traded that all stuff. So I guess $325. That's what I paid for a Pro. But when I talk about the upgrades, it's not that impressive to me, anyways. I'm not trying to be biased. I just really don't care. I would never have paid full price for it though. No fucking way.
Now is there, right? How was it? Redfall's not there. Hi-Fi Rush is there. Pentiment. And Hi-Fi Rush is not even a first party anymore. So technically speaking, that shouldn't be on the list because you don't own that.
Isn't Hi-Fi Rush on PlayStation? Pretty sure it is. Pretty sure it's already on PlayStation. Did they not release it on PlayStation? Hang on. Did they release Hi-Fi Rush? Maybe I'm wrong. Hi-Fi Rush, PS5. Yeah, it's on PlayStation. Yeah, it's definitely on PlayStation. Okay.
Game no more. Microsoft sold it out. Oblivion, right? There's only a few games that's not on PlayStation, like South of Midnight's not there. Redfall, God forbid that game Redfall ever comes to PlayStation. There's no point in there. Halo Infinite's not there. Flight Simulator's not there. Starfield's not there. Actual Photo Motorsport is not there, but that franchise is done. They canceled that shit. Avowed's not there, but I would imagine those games are gonna end up coming on.
They will. They'll probably end up coming on PlayStation. Xbox's third-party publisher, just like PlayStation's third-party publisher. So yes, you're right.
PlayStation, at least like Avowed or whatever. And then the upcoming games, Ninja Gaiden is gonna be there. Outer Worlds 2 is there. I don't know about Tower Born and Caper and stuff like that. That's interesting. What's funny is they have a game Aura, which technically, yeah, it is. You could say first party, but it's not even on the console. Only PC gamers could play that, which is kind of weird. But it is what it is, right? So if you look at the holistically, PlayStation plays the majority of these games on lists, which is why I say PlayStation's the best console this gen. You can't be a
You can't deny that. But again, you can't deny that PlayStation is the best console this time around. PlayStation has been. PlayStation is king of the actual hardware when it comes to selling the most units, has better brand recognition, and Xbox itself is more, again, it's a third-party publisher. That's perfectly fucking fine. They are aiming towards PC. Perfectly fucking fine. I already have a PC. I have a decent PC. I've been on PC for well over a decade. And I have my digital libraries everywhere. But I don't really take a look. It's like, well, you should only buy it on PlayStation, man. It's the best one. Yeah, but I'm interested in the Xbox. Well, don't buy it. It's the shit one, man. That's dumb. It's stupid. But I like the Xbox. No, dumb. That's stupid. You're gay and shit. Fuck you. I hope you burn in a house fire. Over an Xbox? Yeah, man. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's an option. Why should you buy an Xbox? Why should you buy a PlayStation? Why should you buy a Switch or a PC or a Meta or whatever the fuck? Because options do exist and you should be fine with playing on whatever console. And here's the thing, in the future, when Xbox moves over to the new system, which is rumored to have like Steam integration, GOG, and all this shit, like they're doing with the Asus ROG Ally X, which is an Xbox, even though they want to cope and say it's not an Xbox, it's an Xbox branded OEM device made in conjunction with Asus and Xbox. It has Xbox shit all over it. It's got the UI, it's got everything, but it's Xbox PC. So I don't understand that conversation. It's fucking stupid. But you will be able to play PlayStation games on there too. Not all of them. Just like you won't be able to play your console Xbox games unless they are Play Anywhere or you are able to stream them just like the PlayStation Portal. So it doesn't really fucking matter, to be honest with you, what you play it on, because soon it's just going to be a matter of preference when it comes to hardware.
Console that plays most of these games on this list, and this is just first party. Then when we throw in third party, PlayStation has better third party support, right? You either get games that don't come on Xbox at all, or they come out on Xbox like a year later and they're delayed, right? So from the first party to second.
And the thing is like, will these games sell better? And there's big cases where they sold a whole lot more, especially if they went to a third party release. We still haven't seen things like Stellar Blade moved over, but damn, Stellar Blade, when it hit the PC, it sold really, really fucking quick, made a lot of money. So, gatekeeping or money hatting or whatever types of deals you have to make a console exclusive from a third party, I always think that is an anti-consumer bullshit thing. It's a dumb move. I think it's stupid. I get it. You want to build a fan base. You want to build a brand with the most amount of games or publisher support or whatever, but I kind of feel that also hurts sales in the long run. I think it also hurts sales just as much, maybe a whole lot, maybe a little bit more than Game Pass does. Maybe that's a stupid take. I'm sure somebody will be like, no, Game Pass is dumb and stupid, it's terrible, fuck you, while they're subscribed to PlayStation Plus or probably Game Pass themselves. I mean, shit, even what's-his-face, Xfall said he was going to play Elder Scrolls on Game Pass. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I kind of feel like if third-party publishers, they do some type of deal where they're they're on a timed exclusive with another platform, I think it does hurt sales. I think it really does. I don't think it's particularly good. I never liked that. I never have liked that. I think that's a fucking dumb thing. Timed exclusives is stupid from third-party developers. I think that's dumb. First party, that's fucking fine. I don't really care. It is what it is. But third-party publishers doing these type of deals, I think that's totally anti-consumer. I think it's fucking bullshit. That's just me, though.
Party across the board. Third-party support. PlayStation is just destroying Xbox. It's just not even fair at this point, right? Now I can see why the hype.
It's not because of money hatting, and when you come to find out these games were to come out a year later, it's kind of stupid. It kind of takes away the hype from the game originally releasing. Like Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I'm pretty sure you're going to see Final Fantasy Rebirth and all that coming to the system, and you see like I think they just released Wukong, Black Myth Wukong. Even if it's a tiny bit of sales, it still sells, man. Still a lot of sales. And a lot of these companies are now moving to the MAUs, which I don't know if that metric is going to be good or not. I don't know. It looks nice on paper. But yeah, third-party deals for I think that's fucking scummy bullshit. I think that's like artificially trying to strengthen your brand instead of doing it on its own merits with its own first-party studios, which both Xbox and PlayStation has problems. They really do, especially PlayStation as of late.
Of trying to get Steam on the next Xbox as an app, because Xbox gamers can't keep living like this. You can't keep living owning a console and you're missing out on games and stuff like that. That's just crazy. While the console you decide not to get is getting more games like that.
Because again, most people are not interested in a lot of the games they're seeing. Okay, most people have digital libraries built on the Xbox, just like PlayStation. You're not going to see a PlayStation hardcore guy go out and buy an Xbox. Most likely not. They already have their libraries built on PlayStation. The Xbox guys have their libraries on Xbox. And the good thing about the Xbox moving to PC, that will be a way to mitigate that, whatever happens there. But it doesn't really matter. Like, I could look at this, I could be like, okay, PlayStation has Horizon Zero Dawn. I played it on the PS4. Do I need to buy... Oh, it's on PC. Oh, okay, I just buy it on PC. Got a nice PC, I'll just do that. Just like somebody look at Starfield. It's like, Starfield? That looks stupid. I'm just going to buy a PlayStation because I can play Horizon Zero Dawn. Because that's actually very interesting to me. It just depends what you're interested in. It's a preference. If you like Sony games, you like Sony games. You like Xbox games, you like Xbox games. And me, when I say things, I'm like, hey, enjoy it all. Fucking do it all. Be like me. Spend money like a retard. Just spend it on everything. Buy all the systems and be like jolly red fat guy here. Yeah, just I don't see. This is a stupid fucking thing to say.
So I can see why the hype behind the next Xbox is so big, even if it ends up just being a PC. But it's crazy. But here's the real kicker: it's just some of the reactions. Let's look at the comment section. Let's start with this guy, Lou Bill. Like, he pretends he's not a Xbox, fanboy, whatever. But I'm like, at this point, it's like, if you
anybody that's to these guys, anybody that questions them or talks good about Xbox is automatically an Xbox fanboy. This is no different if a PlayStation guy was like, I don't know, Porter Rock was like saying this something to, I don't know, one of Colt Eastwood's posts. He says something. He might not be a PlayStation fanboy. Maybe Colt will be like, you're a PlayStation fanboy. You might not be. You might just like Xbox. You might just like PlayStation. But to them, if you like Xbox, and it seems to be more the PlayStation guys, if you say anything good about Xbox, you're a fucking Xbox fanboy. Fuck you. You need to die or some shit. Like, burn in a fire, you disgusting peasant. Ooh, gross. Fuck you.
Fanboy for Xbox. I'm like, whatever. It's like whatever. So let's hear this conversation. He asked me, why do you ask questions you already know the answer for? Which is a weird question, because why would anyone care what I tweet? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you asking?
Because you're saying the same thing. Why would anybody care what you tweet? Why would you care what he tweets? He has a perfect logical question. You guys like logic. He asks you the question to the question you ask, and you're mad?
Me not to tweet? Like, I'm not allowed to tweet whatever I want?
The guy tweeted what he wanted. He questioned what you tweeted. If you don't want people to respond to it, then don't fucking post it. That's just me. That's just me. If I post something stupid, I'm going to expect some retards up in the bottom of my chat. They're going to say some stupid bullshit. I posted it, so expect it.
So I just said, for people to think about. It's just a question. That's it. Other people could think about it. He could have left it at that, like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. People could think about it. Sure, whatever. No. Got to defend Xbox. He doesn't like the question, so he goes, people know. Posts like this doesn't change anyone's mind. People going to play what they play, how they play. Those left on Xbox like what they offer. It's kind of simple. Man, this guy really putting...
It's really simple. It's really that fucking simple. I don't see what? What? Are you fucking serious? Wait, what?
Shut up, silly woman.
What? That's a perfectly good question. That's a good fucking answer. Well, what are we doing? What are we fucking doing?
Overtime for freelance work. Like, bro, this is non-profit work, man. This is shit that lawyers do. But you know what? I was gonna dim in that hole. I just said, and for those that don't or never even bother to think about it, the tweet is there. You know, everybody, 100% of the community ain't thinking about this topic. All right, some people have,
But you are. You're thinking about this topic for something that's should be okay. You know, me, if you're a consumer and you're getting ready to buy a machine, maybe you should look into it first. Most people are going to be like, oh, my friends list. Like, well, my friend's playing Halo on the Xbox. Cool, I'm going to play on Xbox. Or my friend is playing Concord. They're playing Helldivers on PS5. I want to play it on PS5. What's the big deal, man? What's the big deal? He's perfectly right in asking this. People know posts like this doesn't change anybody's mind. It really doesn't, because it'll make you look like an asshole because you care more about a certain brand than another person does. And you get pissed off when somebody says, hey, I like this brand for these reasons. So you go on a big wild tangent about it and call them fanboys or be toxic and whatever.
some people don't. It's cool. It's all right. It's just a question. Nope. He gotta defend some more. Gotta put in that work for Xbox, right?
You're putting in the work right now for free. Like you're literally, your whole personality, your whole brand is based off console wars, and this is why you're afraid of PlayStation going third party, because you have the most to lose, because you built your whole channel, your whole brand. I seen your pillow. I seen your fucking PlayStation pillow. I've seen it. You built your whole channel, your whole personality on a brand. So you have most to lose when somebody decides to buy Xbox, or if PlayStation decides to go third party. You don't want that. You're an old guard. That's what you are. You're an old guard that doesn't like change. You just don't like when people give you the answer that you don't like.
How would your followers not know? Sony guys tweet better on pro type shit for every game. Laugh out, but copy. I put not everybody follows me. What? I can't have new people on my timeline, right? It's only just for the followers. Like, you know, new people just can't talk about it. And then he's like, never mind. Yeah, that's right. You see, I wasn't falling in for stupid shit. It's really simple. It's just a...
It's nothing stupid about it. He gave you a logical, correct answer. He was saying, hey, it's not going to change people's mind. People are already entrenched in an ecosystem. Just like me. I'm not going to abandon my Xbox library. I'm not going to abandon my PlayStation library. And hell is not going to abandon my PC library. I've got the ship spread all over. And that's the good thing about it. It's like I have it everywhere. So if one goes down, guess what? I have it somewhere else. It is what it is. You're basically thinking, this is what I'm thinking. You're expecting every consumer to be retarded. You're expecting every consumer to be retarded. You're expecting every consumer to be completely interested in what PlayStation's coming out with. Especially right now, most of those games, for the most part, are on PS4. There's a lot of people on PS4 right now. Shit, they just said that the Call of Duty and Marvel Rivals is coming to PS4. So I don't get it. I get it. I see, but a lot of these games, you can play them in other places too. It's not just PlayStation anymore, man. It's just not just that brand. They're all heading that way, dude.
Question. Why all this energy over question? Even this guy caught it. It's funny because we know you're bothered by this and no one even has to say it. Like, all right, cool. Anyway, so what's the next comment over here? This one. I like how much random VR slap and no-name games are included in the PSI. Anything to pretend. I just told him focus more on your schoolwork because he doesn't get the question. And then you got this other guy. He has a comment saying, on sheer numbers, PS5 casuals do. On passion, Xbox all the way. I don't even understand what that means. Like, what is...
It's basically what that means is there's Xbox users that are passionate about Xbox, just like PlayStation users that are sheerly passionate about PlayStation, just like you. You're not going to go out and buy an Xbox. I don't think. You might not have one. You might have one. I don't know. But if somebody in the street was to look at you and they notice you're a PlayStation guy and you said Xbox, you're going to like, I'm going to punch you in the face with a shovel because you like Xbox, they're going to probably think you're fucking dumb. You have passionate fan bases on all ends. That's what he's saying here. That's totally what he's saying. There's a lot of people that really, really, really love Xbox, just like there's a lot of people that really, really love Nintendo and PC. And the only ones that don't need to love anything are the people that play on mobile phones. That's mental illness. That's not gaming.
What is he talking about? I'm just asking which console has access, to the majority of all these games. What is he talking about? Like these what? On sheer numbers, PS5 casuals do. On passion Xbox, I don't get it. I don't think
you don't get it. You don't get it because you're not thinking about it. You're basically saying you're the smart guy. You say you're inevitable. That's a weird thing with a lot of the PlayStation guys. They think they're intellectuals. They think they know how the business is run. They think they have all the answers, which they don't. Just like the Xbox guys. I think Boomstick and all these guys, they do the same fucking bullshit. Nintendo guys, Nintendo Prime, they think they literally sit there in the corporate offices of PlayStation, sucking off Phil Spencer, Hiroki Totoki, or Doug Bowser every day, getting the intel, the know-hows, what's coming. But they don't know shit. None of them do. They're just guessing. They're being fanboys. That's what it is. Crazy this is still happening in 2025, but fuck me, right?
And all your answer makes zero sense, right? Here you go. And this other guy, doesn't matter though. People are gonna play what they want to play. Sure, people are gonna play what they want to play, but for some, yeah, a question like this is important. I replied, having a platform that has access to more games than less games is kind of important to some, and a good reason why they.
Again, this boils down to preference and options. They can look at PlayStation and be like, man, it's all remasters and Japanese role-playing action RPGs. I just don't really care about those games. It's just that. Or somebody be like, well, this has got Avowed and Gears of War and Halo. Ooh, that sucks. I want to go over to the action RPG and Sad Dad console. It's preferences. That's all it is. It's options. It's nothing else. There's nothing else behind it. Some people don't really care. Like, if they did, the games on the PlayStation and the Xbox would sell substantially more, but they're not. The time is being taken from games that are free. Fortnite. Again, I'm going to stress this. Fortnite. You have Overwatch, it's free. You have Warzone, that's free. You have Marvel Rivals, it's free. Roblox. Minecraft, which isn't free. Helldivers now on all consoles. It's no longer these exclusives that's selling the console, because if they were, we would see the attach rate to a lot of these games selling way more than what their install base is on those specific types of hardware. It's just the way it is. You make interesting games, then people will come and play that console. Or if they have a library there, or their friends are there, that's where they're going.
Played there. Oh man, damn. Ooh, wrong there. My bad. There's this guy right here. He comes out of the left field. Again, I could have sworn my tweet was like not involving PC guys, but they gotta jump in.
Because, like it or not, Xbox is now tied to PC for the most part. That's where they're going. And a lot of the PlayStation guys like to bring in PlayStation PC for some reason. Like I said, I had an argument earlier with a guy that kept on bringing out Steam numbers as well as the 3060 that a lot of people on Steam are using as their hardware. I don't know why, when they was talking about the PlayStation 5 Pro or whatever, or PS5 cells, and I don't know what the PC had anything to do with it, but they can't help themselves to try to justify the PlayStation 5 Pro, whatever. It's whatever you like. But yes, Xbox is going the PC route, so it kind of makes sense now. It makes a lot of sense now, more than it actually ever has, because let's face it, the next Xbox is going to be basically a fucking PC. It's going to have access to all that shit. So, yeah.
Gotta talk. They gotta feel important. I don't think these PC gamers actually like their PCs, but anyway.
Why would they fucking say that? What would you say? Did the PlayStation guys not like their actual PlayStations? And when we ask that question, it's like, the PlayStation guys, I don't think they actually like their PlayStations. I really don't. I really don't play. I think the PlayStation guys are just so sad. They're so sad at what's happening to PlayStation. They just hate it. They just hate it. They just despise it, and they're trying to hold on to a dead platform. So dead, so awfully dead. 80 million sold. Blah blah blah. It's terrible. PS5 Pro Bear. It's so bad. I hate this console. That's a stupid fucking thing to say. If you're on the, I'm sure you like it. What the fuck?
If you care all about visual quality, gameplay quality, quantity, and quality of games, well, gameplay quantity, I don't know about agree with that, but anyway, quality of games, consumer rights, and much more, your only option is PC. And since Xbox is allowing Steam on console Xbox, it's not just getting more games, but also return policy. What's funny is like the discussions about the consoles now, and he's bringing this up, and I just
because it's coming. It's logical. It's a logical thing. It's. I think it's fine. Maybe preemptive. Yes. Maybe Porterac has a good point on that. It is preemptive. It's not out yet, so I don't really know what the fuck they're doing. But right now, as it is right now, the PlayStation, again, it's the best place if you want to go to play as many games as you fucking want. But at the end of the day, it's options.
simply said, PC might be too expensive for some, along with dealing with the products where each component can have issues, maybe a level of maintenance a gamer may not want to.
So this is fucking stupid, by the way. This is the dumbest fucking shit. These people actually think that you have to be working for MIT or Harvard grad or work on the fucking moon or work for Elon Musk, or you are Elon Musk. Whoever the smartest person is, probably not Elon, but whoever the smartest person is alive, you have to be that way to run PC games. It's so fucking easy to do now. It's so easy. Anybody can do it. You could come out of the womb and you would be able to use a PC. It's not rocket science. And if you're an informed consumer and you're willing to put in a little bit of work to take a look at things like PC Part Picker, which you can pick the parts and it says, hey, this is going to have issues with this, and this. It's fucking easy, man. It's really fucking easy. And if we're going to talk about broken ports, yes, let's go ahead and blame. Let's go ahead and put the blame on who it really needs to. The publishers and the developers for not putting in the quality testing to make sure it runs properly on all these pieces of hardware. You should be asking more from the devs. You should be asking more from the publishers. You shouldn't just be settling. And yes, PC, it's not as easy as consoles where you plug it in and it happens, but there's also bad ports that's come out on consoles. Didn't we just see that Metal Gear Solid Delta was running worse than it does on the base PS5 using the PS5 Pro? We've seen that. We've seen broken ports everywhere. So I don't get it. PC's not that hard to use. It's not rocket science. It's really not. And with the whole Asus ROG Ally thing, I don't know if a lot of these people probably never seen these things. They don't understand how they work, but it's very simple to use. Very simple to fucking use. Really easy. Really fucking easy. It's not rocket science. It's crazy. Why are we having this conversation?
Deal with. You might have a specific issue with the GPU or the CPU or the power supply or the motherboard. Some games don't want to deal with that, right? But whatever.
Or let's say your console dies. Let's say you're sitting there, you're playing, I don't know, Stellar Blade, and your console just dies. It's like, it died. It's so dead. Oh my gosh, it died. You call PlayStation up. You call GameStop. You're like, hey, do I got a warranty? You're like, no, fuck you. You suck. Guess what? You have to turn around. You have to pay $700, $800 for your console, your whatever, because it broke. Well, PC, let's say a part goes out. Let's say, I don't know, motherboard goes out. You could look online. You could find you a cheaper you can find the same motherboard. It's probably going to maybe $200, $300, whatever you want to spend on it. It's got a nice warranty on it. You plug it in, and there you go. With the console, once it dies and you don't have a warranty, guess what? You got to fucking pay for the whole fucking thing again. At least with PC, if a component breaks, you have that swappability where you can replace the parts. What the fuck?
This guy, should I care? I don't like Sony as a company, so I won't be buying a PlayStation to play their games. If they never touch Xbox PC, then I'm completely and totally fine with that. Okay, has nothing to do with the topic. I just don't know you shouldn't care. Care what you want to care about. I don't even know why you're here in the comment. Yeah, whatever. Sebastian, it's just shits and giggles, brother. Stop caring about these corporations so much. I'm like, who's talking about a corporation?
You literally, that's your conversation, is the PlayStation, Sony, the brand, your history. You take a look at the history of your actual content, your actual Twitter page. Everybody can see, but you're just pro PlayStation, anti Xbox, anti everything except for PlayStation. That's most people probably see you on X. Let's face it, if you're in the console space, if your algorithm is set to where console wars is happening, they're probably going to see you. You do have a reputation. You do. Just like Nib, just like Xfold, just like many others. But that's the thing. They probably saw you be like, oh, well, this guy is just PlayStation all the time. Xbox dead. You posted the other day, Xbox One, failure. Xbox 2, failure. Xbox 3000, failure. Stop hyping Xbox, failure. You said the console wars is over, but here you are, console warring, while your plastic box is doing the same thing, but Xbox seems to be doing.
I'm talking about games. And what platform? Literally nothing.
Your
about
preferred platform, your corporation, but continue.
Right? But what's funny is he's talking about corporation, yet he does this tweet. Listen, to the desperation ponies, you're so desperate. Here, let me fix.
I don't understand why, too, these fucking fanboys, like just console fanboys, maybe should use Classic Cage console gremlins. They like to use charts. Badly edited charts whenever they fucking can. So it's either a chart, a laughing gif, a clown emoji, or better on Pro, Xbox dead, PC pedophiles, or whatever, Nintendorks, whatever. They like to do this shit because it is what it is. It's how they communicate online. These people are uneducated.
Fix it for you. Just remember, people, this man out here bragging about one game a year. He's bragging about MAUs. Like, you literally...
Guess what? PlayStation's going to be concentrating on MAUs. They done said that. It's crazy, huh?
You literally just said, don't stop caring about corporations. And here you are.
And that guy is hypocritical. He's a hypocrite. It's funny because the fanboys that say they're not fanboys also fanboy by doing the same bullshit. And I know it doesn't make me look any good by talking about these clowns, but it is what it is.
With a tweet with MAUs. I even had to tell him, didn't you just stop caring about corporations and now you post this? Let's see his response. It's funny you think I'm carrying...
Because Porter Rock's right. That guy is also caring for corporation. They both are. They all are. Every single one of them. And the funny thing is the corporations do not know they exist. We're going to watch a couple more minutes of this and we're going to call it! Because I don't think I could do this.
About corporation like you, just say I'm just showing you how they are giving me value. I pay less than a Subway seller. Giving you value. What value are they giving you? You are carrying a corporation. Like, this is just weird, bro. These Xbox dudes at this point, you know? In the end, dude got just upset.
But you got upset.
These Xbox dudes upset.
You've got upset because people were answering you. You posted a dumb question, then people answered you. Then when you got dumb responses, you're crashing out. You're big mad because they're not giving you the answer you want. So you're making a big deal about it by crying over it. Molding, seething. Is that what they use? They say coping, molding, seething. The copium. Is that what they say now? Is that what the kids say? The console war kids that are 50 years old? I guess that's what they're saying now.
That's the question. They don't want people to know or trend that PlayStation console plays more games than Xbox consoles.
Because nobody fucking cares. The casuals do not care. They just do not fucking care. Doesn't matter what you say. Doesn't matter if you get up, you have your radio, you're sitting outside Sony corporate offices and you're playing like some song like, I don't know, I Do Anything for Love. But guess what? Hiroki Totoki, Herman Hulst, they're like, fuck you, Porter Rock. We're going third party. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Whether you like it or not, we're doing it.
That's literally the truth, right? So paying full price. Here's another one. Another PC gamer just getting in for no reason. So paying full price for everything is good. Just get a PC. You don't have to pay full price. That only applies to day one buyers. I don't understand why these PC gamers, like, the question's simple. I don't know why these guys are.
The question is simple, but you're stumbling all over it. You're blaming them when they give you actual answers and you don't like the answer. You just don't like it. And PC is cheaper in the long run when you're buying games, even on day one. PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo can't even really be in the conversation. But you have to pay full price on day one games for the most part, and some games do not go on sale that much. With PC, you have multiple places to buy your games. There's discounts everywhere. Steam has a holiday, like several holidays in a year, just for Steam sales. That's what they're known for. Buying games on PC is cheaper. If you want buying cheaper games, you buy a PC. Spend whatever you want on the PC. It doesn't have to be $4,000. It does not have to be. Whoever's telling you that shit's stupid too. Just tell them to fuck off. But let's watch one more minute here.
So, look at this guy. I think the literal point of this is more doesn't mean better. Like what? What are you talking about? I even put access to less games is better. I meant to put a question mark. So instead of playing GT7 and Forza Horizon 5, which PlayStation 5 does, just having access to Forza Horizon 5 is better, which is.
Just depends if you don't like GT7 or if you don't like FH5. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter.
Xbox. So you're telling me just being able to play Forza Horizon 5 is better than being able to play Forza Horizon 5 and having access to Gran Turismo. Okay. JA says it's over, bro, and I'm like, yeah, I agree. When one platform has more games than the other, it definitely is.
It definitely is. So PC it is. PC it is. It has most. It's over. It's over. PlayStation's dead. Is that what we're doing? They're third party. PlayStation hardware dead. Nobody's buying PlayStations anymore. Xbox dead. Nintendo dead. I'm not gonna finish it because it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Why? Why are we still doing this? You are hurting because here's the thing. He has the most to lose. People like him that covers mostly one specific type of hardware, one platform has the most to lose because let's face it, most people that are in console war circles, they follow each other. But when console wars is over, they have nothing left. There's nothing left. You become worthless. You become just another grain of sand. And this is coming from a grain of sand that's the size of the fucking universe. Me, the fat guy. Dude, it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Here's the thing. He seems like he's a nice fucking guy. But he's crashing out because ever since PlayStation decided to put Helldivers on Xbox, it's fucking crazy. I couldn't even imagine this. Like, if you would have asked me a little over a year ago, before I hopped back on X to start, taking a look at stuff, I would have been like, this shit, nobody does this shit anymore. This is just kids shit. Kids do that. I'm thinking if you participated in that, you need your hard drive checked. But it exists. There's a bunch of people that do it. They just do it. That's their whole fucking brand. They lick the balls of a corporation. Whether it be Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, or me, Gaben. But I don't get it. Why are you guys afraid of options? Why does it bother you that somebody wants to play on another platform that you do not prefer? How does it hurt you in any certain way, aside from your brand, your personality, your persona? Which, to me, man, it's like you have the wrong problems. You're looking at the wrong issues. You should be looking at the game industry and be like, hey, fix your fucking shit, man. Just fix it. Fix it. Make it healthy again. Don't let it burn like it is. Put out really good games. People will come to wherever it is. I'm not saying you have to leave PlayStation. I'm not saying you have to leave Xbox or Nintendo. Play where you want. It doesn't fucking matter. It does not matter. It does not matter. And the bad thing about that, they take a look at me and say, well, you're a fanboy, and I show them who they're talking to, they hide because they can't really defend themselves against somebody that plays on everything, but has no allegiance. But yes, in this case, I kind of do want to defend the Xbox on this, because people are fucking retarded over this dumb shit. It's fucking stupid, man. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I know you guys aren't going to watch it, but I do love you. If you made it to the end, be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you did make it all the way in, be sure to put in the description, if I was a planet, what planet would I be? We could do technicalities. I could be Gargantuan from Interstellar. Just let me know in the comments what planet you think I am. I love you guys. Just hit that subscribe button. I'll see you soon.
Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking cunt. Shut the fuck up. You're a stupid cunt. Suck my dick.